Kiara and hello everybody. My name is Arun Jacob and I'm your friendly and frank licensed New Zealand immigration advisor. My team and I, we love to help people to migrate to New Zealand, to study in New Zealand, to work in New Zealand, to invest here or set up a business or just come here and have a great time in this country we call Aotearoa or the land of the long white cloud. Well, today's query, I get a lot of queries from people who follow my video blogs as well as, or vlogs as they're called, as well as, the page we maintain on Facebook. And a lot of people keep writing their queries to us, and I like to answer as many of them as possible. Today's question is from a potential international student in New Zealand, and this person has written a query to me asking, hey, look, I'm interested to come to study in New Zealand and also look at longer term opportunities there after completing my studies, but I'm confused about what course to take. And he goes on to write that he's got a background in biology, physics, chemistry, and he would like to continue in that line, but his friends in New Zealand who are already here are suggesting that biology, physics, chemistry may not be the right line to pursue, and instead he should opt for something called cooking. They're asking him to become a chef. And so this guy obviously is confused because on one hand he is doing his own research, or more importantly, he has invested a long time of his life in going through a degree in biology, physics, chemistry. He's got a Bachelor of Science with biology, physics, chemistry, and he obviously got into it with a particular intention to pursue a career in that. But now that he is thinking of going overseas, especially coming to New Zealand, he is getting confused because his friends are saying but that his opportunities in sciences may not be very good, and instead to switch into cooking. And their contention is because chefs are in the long-term skill shortage list of New Zealand, and people with a science background will find it more difficult to find employment after work, after studies, and hence there will be not be in a very good place to acquire the coveted PR or permanent residence that a lot of international students seem to be seeking. My first reaction to this query was I was pretty aghast that this guy, this student, is even considering to change his course from something as core as science and move into something like chefing, which is completely alien to him. He has no background in chefing. He probably has never entered the kitchen in his life, and here he is, just for the sake of something known as the PR, which may or may not happen in the future, is willing to risk and is willing to sacrifice the entire effort, time, and money he has put into his course in sciences till the age of 21 or 22, whatever he is right now. This, I think, is not an isolated case. I get a lot of queries from people who keep asking me and saying, hey, look, I have a background in physiotherapy. Should I switch to cooking? Or I have a bachelor's in medicine. Should I switch to information technology? Or I have a bachelor's in, let's say, arts. So should I switch into early childhood education? So what is happening is I've noticed a trend that people are looking at just the professions or the qualifications that are listed in the long-term skill shortage list of New Zealand, and they are either as arriving at that decision themselves or through the knowledgeable advice of people who are onshore here in New Zealand, saying no, don't do this course, instead do this course, and you will be better place to find employment and eventually get your resident visa. To me, I think it's a very, very dramatically wrong approach to take because I believe that the dreams, the thoughts of a future permanent residency in New Zealand should not become the driving force for you to change your subject. I do not think that is correct at the very basic level. Instead, I would encourage you to pursue in your own line and continue to build your career in that own line, because obviously you have an interest in that subject. You would not have spent so many years of your life in that subject unless until you have an interest in that subject. So not only do you have a strong inherent interest in that particular subject, but you have already invested a lot of your time, money, and effort into that subject. So why would you want to let go of it? My suggestion would be to instead pursue with that. I mean, recently I got another query from another young person who said, I've done a bachelor's in law, but people are discouraging me from doing anything in law in New Zealand. And they're asking me to switch to, cooking or to IT. And I wrote back saying, why do you want to do that? I mean, this boy even comes from one of the best legal colleges around in the world. And he is being suggested by friends to shift because of a future PR that may or may not happen. So I recommended to this youngster saying, no, instead you come for a master's in law in New Zealand and continue to stick to your core competency is what I call it, and continue to work in that line, because it is not just that there are jobs and professions available in New Zealand which are only in the skill shortage list. There are opportunities available in every field. And depending on what level of occupation that you get yourself into eventually, it could be considered a skilled occupation, and you would still get enough number of points because you have an onshore employment here in New Zealand to still go ahead and make a resident visa application. So it is completely wrong to think that somehow doing a course or trying to get into a career that is in the long-term skill shortage list is going to get you to that end line. I think it is very, very wrong. I think you need to speak to proper advisors. I think you should stop listening to this. I can only use the word idiots who do not understand what the complexity of the situation or the complexity of how different parameters work together for you to eventually get into the a good skilled employment and then move on into a resident visa. So I want you to be very, very careful. I do not want you to deviate from your core competency. I do not want you to deviate from your interest, just thinking, oh, if I shift from science to information technology or science to cooking, I'm going to get a job and I'm going to get my permanent residency for sure. So my simple advice: do not change your subject interest. You have built a core competency, work on it. What you need is a good advisor here onshore who will work with you. Not only after you reach here, but even while you're starting this whole process and you're still thinking which is the right course, talk to us. We are experienced. We stay here in New Zealand. We know the reality, the ground reality, and we've helped hundreds of people before like yourself. And we will, in an honest and straightforward manner, tell you what is going to suit you and create a personalized pathway for you. So that's the way you need to take these decisions and not rush off into some foolish decision which is going to affect you for the rest of your life because some friend here told you, oh, chefing is in long-term skill shortage list. So be very careful. Instead, talk to a professional advisor like the AJV team, and we would be more than happy to talk to you and put you on the right track. I hope I have answered that question. Please post your comments below this video, and I'd be happy to answer any more subsequent questions to this video. And I look forward to posting many more informative videos about opportunities in New Zealand. Thank you for watching my videos and listening to them. I really appreciate all your comments and your feedback, and look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Thank you. Kia ora.